Hi, welcome. My name is Jimmy Johnson, like you already know. So today I'll be analyzing five pairs. That's AUDUSD, CADJPY, EURJPY, EURUSD, and GBPUSD. So it starts from AUDUSD as you can see, and you can see if you look at the 1 day time frame. You can see there was a range here. There was a range here before it broke out of the range down and went up. So this zone here, sorry for that. So this zone here is called the expansion zone. This zone from here to here is called the expansion zone. Expanded up and down, so it's called the expansion zone. And when there's an expansion zone here, when it expands down like this and goes up, it's always or mostly comes down to this zone here. Then either it breaks it down or just continue, but mostly comes down to this zone. So you can do a double top like you can see here to come there, or you could just go there straight away. Anyone wants to do. I've seen it over and over and over again. So you can see that. So as you can see, we are expecting it to come to this zone, which is about getting there. So let me delete this. Sorry. So going there, you can see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we're expecting a lower high. You can see it has gotten to this zone, this supports and resistance zone, which was support here, support here, support here, support here, now turning resistance. So it's in the zone. But if you look at it, if you go to the 1 hour, you can see this other block here which has not mitigated, and we can also call this a bearish flag. It goes like this. This can also be called a bearish flag. So you can just easily continue down without retesting the other block there, or it uses where it is. Uses this trend line here to push up into the other block, and also use that to just retest the upper trend line. Then it goes down. So what we do is for you to wait for it to maybe break this zone, then maybe retest the trend line down around here and just take it down, or you just wait for it to push up. If it does into this other block, you can take it down. So personally, I'll just want to wait for it to push into the other block because I love this other block a lot. So it'll be somewhere around here. Stop loss here, and TP. You can take your first TP here at the low, and second TP, into the zone where about over 120 pips. So you can see 120 pips. So that's just basically it for AUDUSD. So expecting a short for next week. Let's go to CADJPY. CADJPY, we're expecting a short. Friday took a position exactly here after this bearish candle here. I took a short, and any news was coming out, so expecting to for the sellers to continue pushing it down. It came up a little into this and boom, came down. But I went out exactly. My aim was to take it down here, but it was Friday, so I went out around here 14. Yeah, around this place. I went out around here. Now, because I was expecting to retest this zone here, which it did, but I was in the market to take that, and I was still some imbalances here. So I was like, maybe it was going to play around here for Friday, for the remaining part of Friday, and maybe on Monday it was going to go down. But unfortunately for me, it continued, just tested it immediately and just continued down, which was a little bit painful. So for maybe next week, I might be expecting to just get into this zone, this one here, or it comes back into this place and goes down. But it will likely maybe just use this one out. Anyone it does, but still we still have to continue pushing down. Then for EURJPY, so EURJPY, You can still call it like a bearish flag too, kind of, as you can see. So EURJPY, it either just continues, I mean, as you can see, continues down into the zone, this nice zone here, continues down or retest up. I didn't draw this. You can see this place is like a zone, which as you can see it has retested actually. This place as you can see, which has retested. So it will likely just break this place, or maybe retest it and just continue down. At least the first TP should be at least this zone. Then second TP here. Why I chose this zone is if you check the 1 day, you can see this place. Don't ignore things like this. Nothing like this. As you can see, this is supports, supports. Then it might just come out support before going up. And it can also just use this zone, test into this and just push up like that, or just continue coming down like that. So this should be my first TP at least here, then second TP here. And personally, I'm not just taking more than here because anything can happen in this market. That's just for EURJPY. For EURUSD, this is it. EURUSD, as you can see from the 1 day. No, let's go to the 1 week first. Now you can see it's in an uptrend, so we can also see this, this nice other leg here. So it's likely to push into this other block well before like maybe going up. So if you come to the 1 day, you can see this is a nice support here for it's like coming to it before going up, or you could just use here and just continue pushing up. Who knows? Because you continue pushing up, but likely it will likely come down here, because you can see there's a trend line here. It might likely just want to maybe retest, kind of maybe play around before it retest it. Who knows? But I'm still looking to short it. And when I want to short it, you can see clearly there was let's go to the 1 hour. You can see clearly there was there was a trend line which it broke up. The news took it up on Friday, which it was going to this zone, this resistance zone here, which I'm expecting maybe I will test maybe to this place. It might get to this place, who knows, and maybe continue and push up, or it gets to this place, to this zone here. As you can see, this zone is an important zone too, which also in confluence with the trend line here. So you can also get to this zone, then push up here to this major resistance here, then just push down, continue down from there, or it gets to this zone, push up into this resistance here, and push down. But what I would likely be looking for is for us to get here, push up into here, into this zone, to make a double top before coming down. That's it, just what I'm looking for. But you can do any of what I've talked about. So it's just me looking for maybe like a double top into the zone before pushing it down here. My first TP, I'm thinking like 2-3 TPs here. If it uses this zone, I'm looking for my first TP at this low here, or maybe just this low, maybe this low here. Sorry. Maybe this low here at the first TP. That should be how many pips? Pips is taken from here. Into this zone here is 94 pips. Into this zone here is 110 pips. Then as you can see, I do not like neglecting other blocks like this when I see them. I don't like neglecting them. I've seen this happen very well in the markets. So there will surely be a position taken out here, which is about 150 pips, 154 pips, and leave it to this place, which is 190 pips. So what I'll be expecting. But you can just continue up and here, and it can happen. But I'll most likely be looking to short it. Most likely be shorting it from this zone, like I said. And that's it. It's also the same thing as with GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, as you can see, there was a trend line here. There was this trend line here, as you can see, this nice trend line here, which it clearly broke and is coming to this support here. So when we see this block the trend line, so we tested this other block here. As you can see, there was this nice other block here that we tested, that has tested. So we're expecting it to come down into the zone very well. So what I might be expecting also might be a double top, just like the way in, just like EURUSD, for it to come down, go up into this zone back and just take it down. So like a double top that we're expecting, which if I'll take my first TP, just for scalping, I just take it to 77 pips or your first TP. But you can take it to this here. Now 113 on just also just save it here, which is about 170 pips, which is really good risk to reward, almost 1 to 8. So I've come to the end of this video. If you like it, if you like what you see, please subscribe. My name is Jimmy Johnson, and you can follow me on Instagram, Jimmy TUSH_JIMMY, TUSH_JIMMY, TUSH_JIMMY. And you can send me a DM, let's talk. If you need me to analyze anything, I can, analyze this for you. It's just the market, is what we do. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye.